Well, the status is that we have water on the ground and it's rained off and on for a couple of days.
There have been some obviously videos of people leaving and making, the several mile trek out. But how are the conditions right now? Obviously, tens of thousands of people still there. Describe to me what you all are doing right now, just to check on everyone and tell us how everybody's doing.
So it's not a 7 mile trek out. The turnoff is 7 miles from the local town, and then the actual trek out from the city itself is probably less than 3 miles, or maybe around 3 miles. The situation is, that people are here as they normally would with everything they need to survive. And so there's no big sense of panic. We're not doing an evacuation. We're waiting for the ground to dry. And, we're bringing in additional cell phone support for people. We're turning on the internet so that it's widely available. We don't normally have a free Wi-Fi cloud here, but we're doing that so people can make arrangements. We have buses coming into Gerlach on a regular basis so that people that choose to walk out can catch the buses. We already have our own, we call it the Burner Express Bus and Air program. And so the Burner Express Bus program is simply turning itself into that program, and any other members of the public will get a free ride back to Reno if they've walked out. Internally, the roads are still fairly damp. We woke up this morning, they were much drier. We had a little bit of a drizzle around 1 o'clock today, off and on Sunday. And but the air is a little breezy, it's cool, and the ground just has to, just dry up. We are seeing some people leave, mostly with all-terrain type vehicle tires, but we are seeing some smaller cars leave. And there's no great chaos, there's no great panic. People have food, camps are sharing their food with others. You have to figure that yesterday, Saturday, would have been the first day for departures. So at this point, people are only slightly behind schedule. We're behind schedule in actually trying to finish, have the man burn and the temple burn, which are, very major art pieces, and they're part of the ritual of being here. So we're trying to get that work done. I mean, one has to understand that for who we are, being here in this location, we've chosen a dry lake bed. The environment is always a survival environment. We bring all the infrastructure we need to survive, and so do the individuals that come and camp here and participate. And so until, next Wednesday, it's not really an emergency situation. We have, we've done what we need to do internally to make sure that the toilets are pumped, and that there's food and water. All the different groups are connecting and making sure that they have that, or people are sharing it across departments and that kind of thing. So today is Sunday. Normally the event would officially end tomorrow. It's very certain that we will open up the exit process very cleanly and clearly on Monday. There are definitely people working their way out here on Sunday, but Monday is most certainly going to be the day where it's going to be dry enough that people can make their way out. We are working on having queuing systems so that when people get into the line to leave, that they'll be in a queue, because the roadway leaving Burning Man is a 2-lane, county maintained road. So that also is kind of like sending a lake out through a straw. So people are going to need to be patient. And I think that's one of the things to really point out that people don't really quite totally understand about Burning Man. It's really a community of people that are driven here to work together, to find solutions, to build very unique art. And we see it really as a social challenge to maintain our, existence here, and to do it really civilly, and to do it with grace and patience. And that's exactly what's happening.
Marian, I want to ask you, were you all prepared for this rainfall? Did you all know that this was likely going to happen?
We get a daily weather report. We have a meteorologist on staff for the event portion. We absolutely had heads up on the rain. The reports, out here, we are in a dry lake bed that has mountains all around. So it's fairly common that we might be predicting, quarter of an inch in Gerlach in the local town, and we'll see nothing. So we were kind of prepared for the whole spectrum of options. Would it rain? Would it not rain? And how long would it rain for? And we also know that, anything like 9, 10, or 12 hours of nonstop rain, it's just going to take a couple days to dry. And the incoming weather, as we were watching it, definitely looked like it was going to take at least a day, if not more, to dry. And that's what we're in the middle of. So we had some warning. We did post it out on our radio station, BMIR, and we let our participants know. Some said, gosh, I didn't listen to the radio, and gosh, I didn't look at the phone. But a lot of people sort of said they knew it. But like I said, there was no cause for panic. We are accustomed to extreme weather here. It was 107 degrees here last year for several days. And it's kind of part of the challenge and the ritual to actually, be in the middle of extreme weather and work our way out of it gracefully. I did just get off of a meeting with public information officers for a number of government agencies, Washoe County, Pershing County, the federal disaster preparedness types of folks, state, and the governor's office for the governor of Nevada, and state health, all those folks. And they have made it clear that they have proactively kept the State Department and the White House informed of our situation. So we're very pleased and surprised that there's been such a fuss over us. But our communication between all the agencies and Burning Man and the National Guard, they were in the meeting recently. And again, none of them are saying, oh my God, how can we pull you all out? We've made it really clear that we do not see this as an evacuation situation, and that the community is patient and the water is drying up. And the National Guard they've been super helpful. They basically said, let us know when you need us to deploy something. And we currently don't feel that that's the time yet.
And I don't want to end on a sad note, but there were reports that there was a death at Burning Man. Do you have any further details on that and what happened?
We don't have further details, no. I believe the Sheriff's Department is responsible for doing that investigation. Burning Man, the actual event this year, we will start the Exodus process, as we call it. And we expect it to go, have some bumps like it will. But this is not ending the Burning Man event by any stretch. It just makes us stronger.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.